Okay. So today's agenda is Checkpoint Firewall. Okay. So nowadays we know that there are lots of vendors or companies are making firewalls, but Checkpoint is something else. You guys would come to know that the Checkpoint is the first company in the world they have manufactured or created the firewall the first time. Okay, and they will come with the idea with the stateful firewall. Sorry, they will come with the idea of the stateful firewall. What is stateful firewall? We can discuss later on. Okay, in 1993. So Checkpoint is it's been it's not a new company or no, it's very old company who's making the network security devices. Okay, so in the Checkpoint firewalls we have a multiple types of certifications, but we have a two major. Okay, CCSA is for the security administration, like an admin level, and we have one CCSE, which is expert level of certification. Okay, expert level of certification. So it has a very good advantage in even though CCS also have but this is expert level, one layer higher than CCSA. Okay, now, if anyone want to go for the certifications, these are the price for like a $150 to $250 for this certification. So those things we can talk later. Okay. So before going depth, guys, anyone knows what is firewall? Can anyone let me know what is firewall and what are types of firewalls? Anyone have any idea? Guys? Okay. No worry. So let me explain first. So firewall is actually a network security device. Okay. Firewall is actually what is firewall? Firewall is a network security device. It's a network security device. Network security device. It could be hardware or software as well, but nowadays it's in hardware. Okay, network security device, which what it does, it's protect our network. So like this is my firewall, Checkpoint Firewall, and it is connected to the ISP. ISP means internet service provider. This is the internet. And suppose this is any switch is connected, L2 switch, and then there is our LAN is connected. LAN means LAN network, all of the user PC. Okay, you go in office with your laptops, right? So these are, you guys are the users. Okay, LAN network. LAN means office network. So what firewall does, anyone like from the internet, if any hacker want to come inside your network, okay, and want to hack your, like this is some of the server, very important server, okay, they want to hack your server, like a bank server, like it's a bank company, so some bank important server, or defense company, so some defense, like you know that the very important the confidential data which server has stored. So obvious hacker want to steal the files, the confidential files. So whenever any hacker try to access, firewall is actually have a set of rules. Firewall is actually has a some set of rules or policies. Firewall has a set of rules or policies which actually taking care of who is allowed through the firewall or who is come through the network, okay, to the network. So if any hacker who try to do an unauthorized access to my office network, so firewall will block the traffic, or firewall will block the attacker. How it blocks? So there are lots of stories that's we can learn next. But what firewall is actually doing? Firewall is a network security device which actually helping to prevent the attack or prevent the unauthorized access to my or to any organization. Understood? Clear? What is firewall? What firewall is doing? That part is clear. Okay. What are types of firewall? That we can discuss later on. Okay. There are multiple types of firewall, so that's we can discuss later on. If anyone interested, I can discuss today as well, but that we can discuss later. There are multiple types of firewalls. Now today we are discussing Checkpoint. Okay. So Checkpoint is what? There's a history of Checkpoint. As I said that Checkpoint is the first company which introduced the stateful firewall. What is stateful firewall? We can discuss when the class will start, could be. Again, so in 1993, Checkpoint came with a, it means since 1993, Checkpoint is in the field of security, which are making the devices. So first Checkpoint Checkpoint company is actually make a firewall, not firewall. They make a one software. Okay, IPSO. IPSO is a software. Okay, they make a IPSO software. Okay, like iOS. Okay, operating systems. Okay, like operating system. They make a, and they use a Nokia hardware. Okay, or like the hardware of the device is Nokia server platform, and they use this operating system to the Nokia. Okay, so it was doing like 95, 98 terms. Okay, so then they have some issues with the Nokia, and then later on they have created some new operating systems. Splat. Splat is what? Secure platform. They've given the name of this operating system secure platform. Okay. So second, they have created a secure platform, Splat. After that, I think in 2008, something else, 7 or 8, I'm not sure. In between, Checkpoint bought the some part of Nokia. Okay, so no, so then after they got the also uh, rights of IPSO. Earlier they have created it, but they don't have rights to using. Okay, that's why they have created a secure platform. So now, once they bought some 10% or 20% of Nokia, so some like a server part, then they what they did, they have a rights of IPSO as well and secure platform already they are creating. They have mixed it. Okay, they use the technologies of IPSO and secure platform Splat, and then they come with the new operating system which is called Gaia. Okay, so Gaia is actually a new operating system, newly created operating system is very advanced operating system for Checkpoint Firewall. Okay, for Checkpoint Firewall. So now Gaia introduced from R80. R80 is the operating system. So earlier for secure platform, if anyone had worked on like R75, R70, okay, R65 even, okay, right? So R75.30, it's a very stable operating system. So then in R80, they have introduced with the new operating systems. Okay, even this is also for the Gaia only. So in the now they have introduced R80. In the R80, now we are at R81 operating system. Okay. So this is what the story. So Checkpoint first created the IPSO, and then later on they created the Splat, and then they have mixed it, and then they come with the idea of 2000. I think 2008, 9 or 10. They come with the idea with the Gaia. Okay. Then Gaia. Now it's currently they have introduced a new operating system, totally new operating system for the Gaia is R80, and now the current operating system running is R81.30 or 40, whatever it is. Okay. This is it. Okay, now if we're talking about the Checkpoint Firewall, if you want to deploy, like this is my Checkpoint Firewall, okay? And if you want to deploy Checkpoint Firewall in your network, where you will deploy and how would you deploy it into your network, where you will put it? So actually there is a two method. One is standalone and one is distributed. So before understanding the standalone, first you need to understand the distributed, okay? So in the distributed, there is a terms called Checkpoint has a 3-tier architecture. Okay. Architecture, whatever. So 3-tier architecture. This 3-tier architecture is actually for accessing or for deployment of a Checkpoint Firewall, we have a 3-tier architecture. So even in the interview, for giving an interview, this is the first question they're going to ask. Okay, let me explain. They will ask, explain the 3-tier architecture of Checkpoint. They will ask you the first question if you're giving any interview for the Checkpoint Firewall. First questions. So what is that 3-tier architecture? So you need to understand that. So actually, in the Checkpoint, there are 3 components. First component is called Smart Console. Smart Console. What is it? You would come to know later on the earlier we also used to say dashboard. Earlier, I'm saying, okay, old, but now it's called Smart Console. Second is management. Okay. Second is management server. What is that? I will explain. Third is gateway. Okay. For understanding a three-tier architecture, we have three components. What? Smart console, management server, and gateway. Right. Okay. Understood? Now, what is smart console? I'm coming to first management server and gateway. What are those things? Okay. So management server earlier, so see that this is actually a picture of three-tier architecture. This is the management server, and there is a smart console, something smart console is connected, and then it is connected to gateway. What are these things? Okay. Smart console is nothing, it's just like a user laptop where I'm sitting, where you as a IT team is sitting, and you have a one applications or app installed in your smart console is an app installed in your laptop or your PC, whatever. Okay. So from your PC or laptop, this is IT user, any of the user, you are opening this app called Smart Console. Okay. In this Smart Console app, you will get the idea of that what you want to log in. So you will get a login prompt. Okay. And you are logging to, in this login prompt, it will ask the, what is the IP address? IP address would be management IP address, management server IP, like 10.1.1.1, whatever it is. Okay. And then asking for the username and password, something, the credential, username, password. So what we came to know, that smart console is just smart console is an application from where it's like a login prompt application from where I am, from this user and password credentials, I'm taking the access of management server. Okay, from the smart console I'm taking the access of management server. What is management server? Management server is it could be hardware as well, it could be server as well. It's a same like a firewall. Okay, same like it's a management server. Why it's saying that? Because in the management server for the checkpoint, we can configure all the policy. What are the set of rules? What are the configure all the policies? What are the set of rules, right? Configure all policies. So what are the set of rules I will configure for the firewall? I can configure at the management server. Okay, all policies. We can configure NAT rules. Okay, NAT rules. We can configure objects. Okay, objects. We can configure VPN. Whatever, all the configuration we can. Okay, all the policies, creations, NAT rules, objects, VPN, whatever it is, all we can configure at the management only, management server only. Okay, management server is a hardware or software based. It's a hardware or software based appliance. It could be hardware or software. It's an appliance of a checkpoint. It's a checkpoint appliance. Okay. Now, second thing. Okay. Now, whatever the rules you will create into that, then we need to push to the gateway. Whatever I will create a policies at the management server, I have to be push it. Push it means I have to be again push from management server to the gateway. Gateway is your actual firewall. Okay. Gateway is your actual firewall. Okay. They've given the name gateway. So see that this is the three-tier architecture. From one, you have taken the access of from your PC, you have opened the smart console, and from a smart console, you have taken the access of management server. From the management server, you have configured all the rules, all the policies, whatever you want, and from there you will take in the access of gateway. Right? We can take in the access of gateway means firewall. They're given the name of firewall. So while if you want to create any policy in the firewall, where you will create? We can create at the management. Okay. If you want to create any VPN settings at the the firewall, where you will create? We can create the management server. So we are not doing anything here. In the firewall, only we can do routing part and some other part as well, but all the configuration of policies, NAT rules, objects, VPN, everything we can create at the management, and then we will push it. Push means policy push. Push it to the firewall. or gateway. This is what called the three-tier architecture. That is clear, guys? Any doubt?
So management server is only, we can say, is uh, the place where we are writing the codes and all, or
Configuring the policies. Yes.
configuring the policies.
Yes. So management server, we are we are configuring the policies, we are configuring the NAT rules, or creating the objects, all the set of rules. If you want to do
Yeah.
any, even we can see all the logs, everything we can do in the management only. Not we will not touch the gateway. Gateway is your actual
Okay.
firewall. Okay, always remember.
Actual.
In
Okay.
the checkpoint, gateway terms means actual firewall. Management server means where you can, it's a management only, where you can create all the policies. So if you are working in your office, and if someone would say, hey, go to you need to create some policies in your checkpoint firewall, how you will create? We can go to the smart console. From smart console we can go to the management server, and on the management server only we will create all the security policies, net policies, whatever you want to create. We can see in the later on exam in the later sessions, right? Once the class will start from tomorrow, I guess we can see. I'll show you. Okay, so we can all creating the policy at the management server only. And once the policies is created at the management server, then you need to push it to the or install it to the gateway. All the policies once created, we need to push it or install it to the gateway to make it effect. If you'll not push it, like we have configured the policy at the management server, and if you'll not push it to the gateway, it will not come in effect. So whatever your policy you have created, if you want to make it effect, you have to push it to the gateway. Understood? This is what the three-tier architecture, and this three-tier architecture called distributed mode or distributed deployment. Understood? No doubt?
Yeah, one question. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if suppose somebody is going to purchase a checkpoint firewall, in that case they have to purchase management server and if hardware, going for hardware, not support.
Yes.
So
Yes.
management server and firewall, right?
Yeah. So one thing,
Two
either
devices.
what nowadays are going, because any company want to save their money, correct? So what they are doing, they would buy a hardware appliance of gateway. Hardware of
Okay.
gateway. You see, it is not called gateway because my Gaia operating system was, while installing, you can make it security, what you can make it management server as well, or either we can make it what gateway as well. So we can get the options. What like this is a particular some open server device or any of the hardware device. What you want to make? Like once you while installing the operating systems of Gaia operating system, you will get the options. I'll show you. Okay,
Okay.
while you want to make a management server or you want to make a gateway, what you want to make. So there you want to select it. So even though if there is a hardware appliance, if you want to make it gateway, you can make it gateway. So see, now a thing, because for the gateway we required, right? Because it's the actual firewall. So what people are doing or company are doing, they buy one hardware or use as a gateway. Okay, and they get some server, any HP server, Windows server. Okay, they get one server, and in the server they install the management. Understood? So that thing they are doing, instead of either
Yeah.
you can buy two hardware as well, and one hardware you can make it as a management, one hardware you can make it as a gateway. But now people are doing, because you have to save the money, because that
Yes.
hardware of a checkpoint is it could be expensive, right? So for cost effective, I will buy only one hardware, and one hardware I can make it as a what gateway, and other I will go for VM,
Management.
virtual, right?
Yeah.
In the virtual, I will just put up my I will create the management server. Got my question answer, right?
Yes. Yes. Right.
So
And a
that's what you
smart
can.
console can be any of the PC.
Smart console is your PC, is your laptop. It's
Yeah.
installed in your laptop. Okay, in your
Okay.
laptop. So whoever, like if in your IT team, if you have a five guys, so it has to be installed in all five guys, or either if you have any terminal server, like terminal server, so you can install in terminal server as well. So it's your laptop. So that three-tier architecture, guys. First question, if you're giving an interview, first question: what is the three-tier architecture? I'm telling you, three-tier architecture. What is okay of checkpoint? So this three-tier architecture is called distributed deployment. Got it? Now we have a now distributed is complete. Now what is standalone? We have a two types of what is the types of deployment? We have a two modes: standalone and distributed. Distributed is theta architecture. What is standalone? Now come standalone. In standalone, like we have a PC for a smart console Okay, I'm just typing SC smart console. Okay, and like if you have a hardware or VMware, whatever it is, in one server only, I can put management plus gateway as well for cost effective. Only one, either it's a hardware or VM, could be. I can use as a both management server as well and gateway as well. This is called a standalone. It is very, very cost effective. But this is not recommended. It's not recommended. Okay, it could be a problem. If suppose this server down, your gateway also down, right?
Yes,
That
sir.
why it is not recommended. Anyway, you can use it. But now, if in the three-tier architecture, this is your management, and then this is your gateway. If your management down, your gateway, there's no problem at the gateway, right? Your traffic is simply going forward, going good, right? So you can fix it. Once your management is fixed, then you are good. If your management down, only problem is we will not able to create any new policy. But anyway, whatever the all configuration is there in the gateway, there will be no network. Though network, there is no network outage at my company, right? At my organization. But if you're creating into the same for cost effective, if you're making in the one server as a management and gateway as well, if this server down, suppose your gateway also down, so standalone deployment is there, but it's not recommended. Don't use it. But for if you're using for a small company, Soho, like a small office, a small company, right? Uh, in this point of time, if you want to for some cheaper or cost effective, that point of time you can use it. So now you understood what is three-tier architecture. Now you understood what is standalone and what is distributed. Okay, these three topics completed. If you go for the interview, you're able to clear three questions. Now your base of checkpoint is done, right? Your base of checkpoint is done. How you can take the access? Where we are taking the access? Okay, what are types of deployment? Now it's done. Okay, now now this is it. This is a three-tier architecture. So this is a smart console. If I will increase it a little bit, yeah. This is a smart console. If you open your PC, in the PC, if you download it, this is kind of a smart console where you ask for the username like IP address of management, and your password, username and password. That's it. So from then you will able to log into your management. This is your management server. Management server. Okay. So whatever the policy you will create at the management server, this is the database. Okay. Then you need to push it to the gateway. This is your gateway. You need to push it or install it to all the policies through the gateway. So then only your gateway will make it effect. Okay. Clear? Okay. So, sorry. Okay. Now there is one question. There is one question. Now, suppose I'm. This is smart thread architecture, okay? And this is my management server. And this is my gateway. Now the question is, whatever I will make the changes from the smart console, whatever I will make the changes at the management, all the configuration change, then I have to be install it. Whatever I will install, then whatever I will configuration I will do, whatever the configuration I will do here, then as I said, I have to install it. Once I will install, it will effect to the gateway, and then how my gateway will take effect. Okay. So just like how my firewall would be in the real scenarios, this is my firewall. Okay. This is the ISP. This is suppose my LAN connected, all my LAN network, my LAN PC. Okay. And there is management server. And then in the management server, there is my PC connected. Okay. That's a PC for a smart console. Okay. Smart console PC. Where is smart console app installed. Okay. Now, so whatever the changes I will configure here, it is pushing to the firewall, and then whatever the traffic going or whatever the traffic is coming to my network, okay, it is all affected. Now, suppose some internal guy, okay, now the question is some internal guy change this management. They bring their own one server and create the management and connect to your firewall. And they start doing the changes here. Okay, see how we can think like a hacker. Okay, so now if someone change the manual server, okay, and they bring one more manual server and then attach to the firewall, and then what they start doing, they have did the configuration, some bogus configuration. Okay, so hacker, some kind of configuration he did, so hacker will come easily. Okay, and then he try to push the configuration to the gateway or the firewalls. How we can prevent it? Right? If I'll bring some new management, okay, and if I'll try to, anyway, this management is working fine. This management is fine. I will not touching it, but I will bring one management server. I configure one management server and do some configuration changes and connect to the firewall and try to push the policy. If I'll do it, so it will totally change. It will full allowed. So hacker can easily enter into my network. Correct? Correct or not?
Yeah.
How we can
Yes.
prevent it? So there is a one
But
more thing. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, we can do one thing. Means we can uh, create password for registering that particular management to the firewall,
No,
so that it will not.
I'm not touching this management firewall. I bring my own management firewall. I bring my
Uh,
own management server.
Means on the gateway itself, when
Yeah.
or smart console, whatever it is. Okay.
Yeah. I bring, see that this is totally different. I bring one more different server, different management server, and I have connected with the firewall. And
Okay.
from this PC, from smart console install, I have did some configuration changes and try to install. Will it install? Definitely it install, right?
Yes, yes, it will install.
No. That's why there is a one thing called SIG. Okay, SIG is going to play a very important role. Secure internal communication. Okay, what is SIG? You need to understand. This is what the very important thing. See that now we know that this gateway is a these are all a checkpoint component, right? These are a checkpoint. What happened for, like, if I am pushing any policy, this gateway will not blindly accept any traffic or any push policy. It will not blindly accept it. It will not accept it. It has to be validated, right? It has to be validated or authenticated. Authenticated. So it means whenever my management server is pushing any policy, my gateway is authenticated that whatever I'm receiving it, is it coming from a legitimate device or not? Is it coming from a legitimate device or not? Okay, because whatever the example I have given, if someone bring us some bogus management server and try to do some fake configuration, it can accept it. Okay, now that's why SIG is going to play a very important role. SIG is what? SIG is a secure internal communication, and what it does, whenever this is my gateway and this is my management server and this is my PC, whatever it is. Whenever if any configuration is pushing to the gateway, SIG is validating. SIG is why required? SIG is used for a validation, okay? Validation or authentication. So it has a certificate. Okay? So gateway has a certificate, okay? And this management has the same certificate, which is created by the SIG, okay? SIG, which is created by the SIG. So whenever if any policy push there, so it will check that, hey, do you have the SIG certification? He will say the same certification also manual server will show to gateway. And gateway has their own SIG certification. So they will match that. Okay, we both have a same certification. Yeah, same matching. The certificate is matching. So then what happened? Then only it will accept the traffic. Otherwise, if any of the bogus management server is pushing the policy, it will not accept it, because the SIG is not matching. It is not authenticated. Whatever the traffic is pushing, it is not authenticated. Correct? This is what the importance of SIG. So whatever is pushing, whatever, guys, 1 minute, 1 minute. Okay, so this is what the importance of SIG, guys. SIG is very, very important in Checkpoint Firewall. Very, very important. We will see some more flavors of the SIG. Very much. Okay. So, if manual server, whenever if pushing any configuration to the gateway, it will validate that whatever the configuration is coming to me, will it has a any valid SIG certification, or it is coming from the legitimate manual server or not. So now you get the answer. If someone would bring some fake manual server and try to push the configuration to the gateway, it will not take it, because this configuration, whatever this policy push, it will not be authenticated or validated by the gateway. So SIG is playing a very, very important role to validate it into the all the push policy push. So SIG is what? SIG is a secure internal communication, which actually helps to communicate. It helps to communicate. So if in the interview someone would ask, what is SIG? So SIG is a secure internal communication which helps to communicate between checkpoint components. Instead of saying gateway or management, just say checkpoint components. Clear, guys? So now you understood what is three-tier architecture. Now you understood what is the deployment method. Now you understood what is SIG. This is very, very important. In the later on classes, we can learn that if SIG is broken, how we can fix it. So that's the troubleshooting steps, how we can troubleshoot it. So this is all into the classes, not now. Now come to this.
Sorry, sir, 1 second. So that means we have to use two firewalls in the real time. One is for management, another one is for gateway.
Management is not a firewall.
So
gateway,
So then how we can understand the SIG implementation, sir? Because if it is normal of a server, it will not configure, right? SIG.
So I will explain it how we can while installing. Okay, so once, like, this is a gateway firewall, once I will install the operating system, okay, while installing it, it will ask for a SIG credential or SIG password. So we will push the password, like any password, like Cisco 123, whatever the password I will give. Okay, I will give to the gateway. Once I will give to the gateway the SIG password, then this is my manual server. While my management server, while creating, once I'll create the management server, I need to integrate the gateway or attach the gateway to the management server. Okay. While attaching the gateway, this is all we'll see into the lab tomorrow. Okay. While attaching the gateway to the management, okay. Let's see today only. Okay. This thing I can show you. While attaching the gateway to the management, it will ask for, in the management, it will ask for a what is the SIG password. So we have to mention whatever the SIG password you have mentioned in the gateway, the same password we will add it into the management server while we have adding or attaching or integrating the gateway. Once we will put the same password here, then they will authenticate, and then they will, what happens? Once it's authenticated, the certificate is created between that. This certificate is created with ICA, Internal Certificate Authority. Once the certificate will created, it means both are authenticated each other. So then a trust would be built. SIG is for a trust is built between this gateway and management server. So whenever if you push any policy from the management server to the gateway, the SIG is building a trust between them. This gateway will easily accept the traffic. Okay, accept the configuration traffic towards it, and the policy would be pushed successfully. Understood?
Yes,
So
sir.
firewall only one. Gateway is a firewall. Don't be confused. Okay. Other one is management server. Management server is only for configuration. Only for configuration.
Okay, is it for FTP server like that we can say, sir? I mean, like the only server.
I'm not saying FTP server. It's just like a creating a policy. Whatever the policy I will create, right? Or I will
Okay.
create as a management server. Not once I'll create it, I have to push it or install it to the gateway. We can see everything into the lab. No worry. Okay.
Okay. Okay, sir.
But see that only one firewall. Don't be confused. Only one firewall. Gateway is GW means firewall.
Okay.
Gateway. This is
Okay, sir.
management. Simply is a management. Management doesn't filter traffic. No, it is not filter traffic. Gateway is only filtering the traffic.
Okay.
Okay. Don't be
Okay.
confused. And then there is your smart console.
Smart,
Yeah.
that's the application, right, sir?
Exactly. This is application of smart console. It's from smart console, I'm taking the access of management. From the management, I'm taking the access of gate. Not sorry. From the management, I'm pushing the policy. Policy push. So it is like that. Come here. This is your smart console. See. This is what? Smart console. Smart console application, okay? This PC is not a smart console. This is a smart console app.
Yeah,
Okay?
yes, application.
Don't be
Is
confused.
right. Yeah, understood.
From there, this is your management server. And this is your gateway. All are connected, okay? And all are reachable. All should be reachable. So from there, this is what? I will take the access. I will take the access of management server. From smart console, I have taken the access of management server. From the, okay? Once I'll get the management server, it open into this PC, this laptop. It open, okay? And there I will create all the policy. Anyway, I will create I will do everything from this PC only, from the smart console only. But while I will creating a policy, all policies creating here only, because this is my PC. I will do everything from here. But actually, it is happening here. Virtually, it is happening here. Okay, all the policy will create here. Once I will create the policy, once policy is created, or configuration. Now I have to push it. Here we have to do the push. Policy push or install the policy. Here we are only gateway, only we have to install the policy. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
It's very simple. You need to understand. This management server is not a firewall. This is only firewall. This is only filtering the firewall. This is not a firewall. Okay. This is not a firewall. This is only server, like a simple management server which helps to creation of policy. All the configuration of checkpoint we can create it here. Okay, guys.
Yes,
This
sir.
is what the 3-tier architecture. Now I'm telling you, in the 2-tier architecture, just like a Cisco firewall, Palo Alto firewall, any other firewall, what they have? They have the firewall, and this is your PC. From your PC, whether from SSH or whether from GUI access, you can simply take the access of firewall, and you can configure the policy, create the policy, VPN, routing, all you can do there only. This is a 2-way or 2-tier architecture, but this is 3-tier architecture because 3 component is there. Understood? Guys? So, and SIG is playing an important role here for building a trust between management and SIG, for building a trust.
In standalone, it is not required, sir. SIG.
In a standalone, not required, no? Same device.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, but there it's required. Okay, now come the last topic. So lab we can do tomorrow, because if I start doing lab, it's going to be more. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to do one simple lab. Let's see. So come on. Okay, so let's take a node, and you guys would get the access to the lab, don't worry. Checkpoint, and I will take a 2. 1 I will make as a, okay. Okay, 1 I will make a management, and 1 I will make a gateway. Okay, guys. And now, so simply I'm just taking, and then Windows PC. I will take a 5. Okay. One I will take a use for a smart console. And these two just have taken it like that. Not required. Okay. So let's connect it. So I'm connecting. Mm. Okay. Okay. So this is the only LAN, these two. But this is your smart console, this is your manual server, and this is your gateway. So start it. Let me write it. Smart console. You see? This is your gateway. Gateway is the original firewall which helping to filter the traffic. Okay. This will not. So let's log into the smart console. Okay. Because from the smart console, I will take the access of manual server. And then so from smart console, I will take the access of manual server and we'll do all the configuration here. Okay. And then we'll push the policy at the gateway. So today I will just I will show you how you can install it, how you can install the operating systems. Okay. And how we'll make which server as a management server or which as a gateway. Okay. We'll get the idea. Okay. So that's need to be done. So this IP is 10.1.1.1. Let me change the IP. So I want to put the IP 92.168.1.10. That's okay. Is it change? Change. Okay. Now, before coming to that, I'm just stopping the gateway for a while. Now come here. If I click onto that, see, I'm getting the login. So this is admin 123. This is the default username and password. So now this is the console. This is a console access of your management server, GW1, whatever. It's a fresh. But what is asking? Please, in order to configure your system, please access the web UI and finish the first time wizard. So we need to finish the first time wizard. This is the first time installation required. Okay. So how we can do that? Go to from the smart console PC, right? This is a PC, right? This is a management PC. From where I'm taking the access of management server. From there, I'll just take access of HTTPS. This is the default IP 192.168.1.1. This is the default IP 192.168.1.1. This is the default IP of this Ethernet 0. Okay, for taking the console access. Let's see if giving me the it give me the access. Okay, make sure note the IP. Now the default credential is admin 123 is the password. Okay, so how you can install it? The first time, once you do the practice as well, this is the first time we required, okay, to install the operating systems. Okay, now see that this is your R81 first time configuration. It's called first time wizard. Now this is a platform is open server. It's not any hardware. It's an open server. Okay, oh that's fine because this is for the lab, right? Click next. Now it's asking setup. What do you want? Continue with R81 configuration or install from Checkpoint Cloud? Install from USB device. I'm not going from the USB device. And also not installing from the Checkpoint Cloud. I'm just continuing from the R81 configuration. Just type next. Now it's asking Ethernet E0. What is Ethernet E0? I'm connecting with this PC Ethernet 0. It's asking, you want to give any IP address of this interface? So now currently by default IP is 192.16, right? 161.1. I want to keep it like that. I don't want to change it. Do you want to give any edit any default gateway anything? If you want to give, you can do that. I don't want right now because I just want to do a and then for Ethernet 1, you want to do any changes? I don't want. I'm just typing next. Now, do you want to change the host name? Then let's change the host name. MGMT. Okay. Any you want to put? Wait, let me power it on as well. Yeah. I was asking, do you want to give any DNS name like cisco.com? Any of the DNS? If in your office, if any have like a networkings.com, that's a DNS. Okay, resolution. Okay. Do you have any primary DNS number? If you have a DNS server, if you don't have, just give the Google. The Google would be secondary 4.2.2.2. That's a Google DNS. Okay. If you want to use any proxy server, so those things I will explain in the lab. Okay. Whatever. Okay. Just now I'm just showing you how we can. There, do you want to change the time or you want to keep it like that? So I want to use the time. Now it's showing Pacific Canada. So I will use the India time. Is it minus 5:30 somewhere? New York. Just type India. Delhi. Yeah, Kolkata. Okay, just give your India time. It will take the time. Okay. Now this is important. What do you want? You want to make security gateway or security management or multi-domain server? I don't want to use multi-domain server. I want to use either security gateway or security management server. Select both. Okay. Select the first one. Now here you will get the option. See carefully. What you want to make this server? I'm just configuring this server. What you want to make? You want to make the gateway or you want to make a management server? So what I'm making right now? I'm making the gateway. So just select the gateway. But if you are doing on the standalone box, select both. If it is standalone, right? But we are not doing. I'm not doing standalone. This is my gateway. So right now I'm configuring this. This is management server. So I want to put this device as a security management. So select the security management here. Then do next. Use any Gaia administrator. I just want to use a default right now. I don't want to use any credentials. And any IP address, yeah, any IP address, take the access of my device. Okay, any IP address. If you want to restrict it, you can do that. Like this machine can take access or any network take the access. So that this restriction you can do, but right now in the lab, I'm just doing any IP address can take the access. That's it. Finish it. That's how just I am demonstrated you. That's how you can configure. First, this is your first time. Only one time you have to do. Like if you have a scratch new checkpoint firewall, that's the easiest way. Okay, you can install the first time wizard. Once you do that, your device is up. Okay, and then whatever the stuffs you want to do, you can do it. Okay, guys. Any doubt till now?
No, it's fine.
Okay, so once it's done, then we can configure the gateway as well. And actually, this has to be shown in the lab anyway, in the next session. But let's wait for a few minutes. So that's what I want to show. I want to show you. That's how you can get the options. Which device? Because this is a doubt would be like he has asked both is a firewall. No, only one is a firewall. This device I make as a management server, right? I got the options. What you want to make? Management server, gateway. So I want to make it management server. So management server and gateway both has a different components. Both have a different component. Always remember. Okay. Now the thing is that how to get access. Okay. So how to get access of the device. Okay. So for management server, how you will get access to management server? How many ways? How many ways we can get the access of management server? So guys, console access, we all know, right? Console access, we all know how to get the console access. I'm not talking about the console access right now. For administrative access, management server, we can take the access from two ways. One is GUI access. GUI access. GUI is what? Browser based or graphical user interface. Okay. It's a browser based, like taking access from the browser. Second, we can take access from SSH. SSH means CLI access. And third, we can get access from Smart Console. Okay. So if you do any changes, policy configuration, whatever it is, we can do from the smart console. CLI access is just for the like a management access of management server or GUI. Okay. So you need to understand the difference of all these three access, how we can get the access of management server. Okay. Now for the gateway, how we can get the access of gateway? Gateway, we can take the access from GUI. GUI means browser based, or SSH. SSH means from CLI. From the smart console, we will not take access of gateway. No. Okay. Only from the gateway we can take access of management server. Clear? Okay. While it's completing, okay, let's complete first only. Okay. Wait for 1 minute. Take some time to complete. So I will just today only I will show you the demonstration of how we can figure it out, how we can install the manual server. Okay, and how it looks like. So it's finished. And if you want to create the policy, okay, do you know what is implicit rule, explicit rule, stealth rule? This is also very important interview questions we'd ask in the interview. Okay, and if you are, it all belongs to the checkpoint. Okay, what is cleanup rule? What is stealth rule? So these all things, how we can create those rules into the checkpoint firewalls. All things we can see.
Which OS we are using right now? R81.
R81.
Okay.
R81 dot something 30, I guess. Okay. Now this is what, guys. This is 190. This is what access? This is a GUI access. This is the GUI access of. This is the GUI access. GUI access. It is not a smart console access. This is the GUI access or browser-based access of management server. Okay. This is the GUI access of management server. From there, what we can see the information. First of all, come here. What I'm getting access, download now. What is saying? Manage software update using smart console. Now it's asking to download the smart console. I have to download the smart console. It's a new, okay, first time, because it's I have to be, because in this PC now we have an old smart console which I don't want to use. It will not work. So I need to download the current version of smart console. Once I put that, it's downloading here. So from GUI access, what we are able to see, we can able to see the network interfaces. If you want to configure network interface, we can do it from here. Okay, network interface, proxy, timing, cloning, adding route. If you want to add route here, we can do that. Okay, those are things we can do from the GUI access, and we can have the GUI access of gateway as well. Okay, and these are the blades. What is blade? Blade means features, nothing else. Blade means features. Okay, some access. Blade means features. Okay, always remember. So what are those things, guys? Like my firewall is supporting firewalls, IPsec, application. If you don't have a license of application control or URL filtering, you will not get the access. Okay, or those licensing or those features will not work. So it's all blades requires a license actually to work for it. I'm getting some error, guys. So let me refresh it. Getting all the times. Okay. Anyway, now come here. So this was whatever I've shown. That's a GUI access. Next time in the next class, I will show you some more. Now, guys, we'll see what is implicit rules. What are the implicit rule, explicit rule? Anyone knows what is implicit rule, guys? What is implicit rules? Implicit rules is like a default rule present in the firewall. Default rule. Now this is a new firewall. The scratch, newly firewall created. Now there is one PC, and there is one more PC here. This is a new firewall. Just now you have bring it up, okay? And there is no policy created. There is no such policy created in the firewall. No policy created. So if there is no policy created, now question is, if there is a 10.1.2, this is a PC1, this is PC2, this is the IP of the PC. Will it want, if this PC1 wants to access PC2, will it get the access? There is no policy created into the firewall.
Yes, it's a default allows.
You said yes. Other
Yes.
one? One guy said yes.
I think it is no.
It will not work. Yes. No. Why? If there is no policy in the firewall, it means there is something is blocked. There would be no traffic going through. It will block everything. It will block everything. Why? Because there is a default deny rule. There is a one default deny rule, which is you are not able to see, nothing, no rule, but it's called default deny rule. You're not able to see even. And this default deny rule is called implicit deny rule. This is the next other important question of the interview, implicit deny rule. Got it? Now you understood what is implicit deny rule. If there is no policy created in the firewall, even though you will not go through the firewall, because there is an implicit deny rule, which is a default rule. Default rule matlab kya hota? What is the meaning of default rule? Which is by default present, which is already present by the, okay? Which is present, but we will not able to see. It's a default rule. Understood the meaning of default rule, right? Guys, clear implicit deny rule? Guys?
Yes.
Now,
Understood.
what is explicit rule? What is we know implicit. Now, what is explicit rule? It's a basic. Explicit rule. Yeah. We as an admin, administrator, if we create any policy, I am creating, or you are creating any policy into the firewall. If we are creating any policy into the firewall, it's called explicit rules. Understood? Explicit rule is just opposite of implicit rules. Implicit rule means default rule, defaultly present. But this is created by us, which is man created. I am creating, or you are creating. Okay? Like policy created by administrator, whatever it is. Policy created by the admin. Okay? What are all policy 1 to 100, 1 to 1000, whatever all policy you have created? These all are called explicit rules. Now you understand the difference between implicit and explicit rules, right? Clear?
Okay. Yes.
Now there is a one more important questions. They will ask, what is cleanup rule? They will ask, what is cleanup rule? Cleanup rule is like a any to any. It's a deny rule only, like implicit. It's a deny rule, but it's log. It's log. Log means, see, log means whatever your firewall is dropping the packet, you will get the logs. You will get the logs. Logs means what? You will get the notification, like a logs. In implicit deny rule, you will not get the logs, but here you will. That's why cleanup rule, which is logs. You will get the logs for that. Whatever the firewall is dropping the packet, I'm able to see what the firewall is dropping the packet. Okay, guys, this is what our cleanup rule. So we can see in the next tomorrow could be, guys, same time we will see how we can configure the gateway and how we can create the policies and how we can push the policies, okay, towards the management server and gateway in the next class. Okay, guys, so that's all for today, guys. Okay, if anyone have any questions, can ask.
Can we have these images for
All, yeah, you will get the access of all this PPT. All PPT I'll share with you. Okay.
Okay.
So you will get
Class, right?
OS image R81.3.
Yeah. Sorry?
Yes, sir. Tomorrow also same time, right?
Same time, yeah. So class will start from tomorrow the same time, 2 to 3:30, could be 2 to 4 around. Okay.
Okay.
So we have some more, these are the vendors of firewall. You should know that, like Sonic Wall, WatchGuard, Palo Alto, Fortinet, Stormsoft, Juniper, Cisco, Checkpoint. So these are creating a file. These all are companies which making a firewall, which making a what? Manufacturing a firewall device. Like Cisco creating a Cisco ASA device, right? Juniper has a SRX box. Palo Alto has a Palo Alto firewall. Fortinet. These are actually, but the Palo Alto and Checkpoint are actually the leader. Actually, the leader in Gartner. It means leader in the Checkpoint, in the firewall devices. All over the world using Checkpoint and Palo Alto. So if anyone have a good knowledge of Checkpoint, they'll get a very good job anywhere. Okay, guys. So that's all for today's. If you have any questions, please ask me. And do we have Gaurav?
No.
Okay. Any questions, guys? Please ask me.
And Palo Alto, who will teach?
Me only.
Okay.
Sir, can we see the curriculum? I mean, for this training session, is there any? These are topics we'll cover in this training. Like that, is there any? Just
Yeah, we have this. Okay, we have all those things. What are the traffic topics are covered? So actually, I will cover. I'm gonna cover all the from the basics. I will start from all the basics and go to the advanced level. Okay, I will start from the very basics of Checkpoint. Okay, and I will go to the advanced level of troubleshootings and everything of knowledge. Okay, advanced level. So at the end of the class, you would able to know how to create a policies, how to configure IPsec VPN, how to configure failovers, everything you will, how to configure HA, how to configure cluster Excel, those things. Not only configuration part, you guys are able to know how to troubleshoot. Okay, if there's a VPN, there's a problem at the VPN, there's a problem at the some how to packet capture, how to do a TCP, debug, or how to TCP dump. Those all things Okay. So all the troubleshooting commands I will explain how to do that. So you would be, yeah.
Sorry to disturb you, sir. So is there any prerequisition, sir, for this training? Like
Sorry.
Any prerequisition like CCN is required? CCN
No, that basic. See, I'm not saying just basic idea should be there into the network. If you have some basic idea, no worry. Okay, or either you can ask me if you have any doubt. Just ask me. I can explain it there only. If you're not able to understand, because whatever I'm explaining, okay, whatever I'm explaining, you should understand. And we have a lab. Okay.
Okay.
We have a lab for that. The same lab which I have just working on it. Yeah, this is a lab we have. So you guys will get a chance to work on all this lab. Okay, work on this, practice it, and make yourself better into this IT world. So once you get a very good idea, if you have a very good hands-on into this lab, the same things we are working into the in our real time. Okay.
And is there any opportunity to check the packet capture, sir? Like how packet is moving from blocking, how its traffic is moving and it's blocking.
Everything I will explain. How to do a packet capture, how you will capture the packet, how you will filter the packet, how you will, how you take a TCP dumps, everything I will explain it. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So you guys, if anyone have any doubt, just, send a message to the Gaurav or networkings guys. Okay. Whoever in contact. Okay. So.
Okay. Thanks.
Gaurav is not there. Hi, Gaurav. Are you there? So, just wait 1 minute. Okay, guys. So I'm just now closing. Gaurav is not being for. Okay. So please contact with the Gaurav for every details, whatever the joining details, everything. Okay. So now class will be resumed from tomorrow at the same time, 2 o'clock. Okay, guys.
Okay. Thanks.
So, okay, guys. That's all for today. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye.
Bye.